first season of Tales of the Jedi anthology series has arrived, and based on its 6 shorts, Star Wars fans should hope that there are more seasons to come. It truly is a work of art on all levels from Dave Filoni and his team, and a reminder of the magical and mystical feelings Star Wars can provide with its deeply rich, interconnected lore and plot lines. There is something for every type of Star Wars fan across its 6 shorts. Those who love to learn about new lore that affected stories they already knew and loved will appreciate this content. Those who love the animated Clone Wars series will also love this content. Those who want to learn more about Ahsoka directly after her and Rex survived Order 66 will adore this content. Quite frankly, the feelings of appreciation and wonder aren't a result of over-the-top fan service either. Each of the 6 shorts are smartly crafted to reveal moments in the lives of Ahsoka Tano and Count Dooku that fans have never seen or heard about before, but served as great windows into why each character chose the path that they ultimately followed. The pacing was smart and helped build cases for each of their chosen destinies, and seeing the stories play out really helped to flesh out the prequel era and the early days of the Empire. The Dooku thread is without a doubt the highlight of Season 1, mostly because his time as a Jedi was not developed in the films or the Clone Wars, so for the first time fans really got to see how and why he chose to leave the Order for the Sith. I do have to say, I sympathize with him a bit, and his turn in just 3 shorts was handled so much better than Anakin's turn to the dark side in 2 live-action films. While he and Anakin shared reasons for their turn, Tales did a great job at providing clear examples of his disenfranchisement. So his fall felt very justified and not a last-second choice like how Anakin's was presented in Rots. The Ahsoka stuff was fantastic too, especially the tie-ins into the final season of the Clone Wars, but she's a character we have had ample time to spend with and get to know inside and out of over multiple series, so that's the main reason the Dooku stuff hit a little bit harder. If you need an official episode ranking, I'll give you one. Just know it's not a best to worst type of deal, because none of the episodes are bad. It's more of which ones packed in the most interesting content in terms of their rankings. Alright, so here we go. At number 6, I have Practice Makes Perfect. It was a nice quick episode, but it literally was nothing but training montages. Its end was awesome thanks to the lead into Victory and Death, but new lore in general wasn't offered up. Coming in at number 5, I have Justice. It was a solid episode and featured Dooku and Jin teamed up as master and apprentice, but it just didn't hit as hard as the other 2 Dooku episodes. Let's be real though, these rankings are separated by the tiniest of margins, so it was still a treat for fans of the Count. Choices comes in at number 4 on my list. I really appreciated seeing how much different Dooku was from Mace Windu, as well as how Dooku was thinking at this period in time. You could really see that he was beginning to question the Republic, the Senate, and in turn the Jedi Order itself, so it provided great insights into his mind before he fully broke bad. Resolve comes in at number 3 because it not only provided some insightful lore moments towards the end of the prequel era, but it also revealed a bit about Ahsoka's life directly after the trauma of Order 66 and the loss of all of her friends and colleagues. She tried to live a simple life, but that just isn't an option for a former Jedi in Palpatine's empire. Life and Death takes the 2 spot, and I mostly credit that to me being a parent of a daughter myself and a big fan of Ahsoka Tano in general. It was hard not to get emotional seeing her as a baby and being in danger, while also witnessing her using the Force for the first time. It was a great little origin story packed with heart and a great kickoff to the series itself. Finally, at number 1 is the Sith Lord. To me, this was Dooku's Revenge of the Sith. In fact, this short mirrored many moments from that film, in particular Anakin's fall from grace. It was wild to see just how similar Dooku's and Anakin's paths were, and it really helped to further justify Anakin's own turn, which again, was poorly handled in the live-action movies. Thanks to this episode and the 2 Dooku ones before it, one could really see why he made the choices he did. This episode also really shined thanks to all of the new lore it added to the timeline of the Phantom Menace. Imagine how much more rich that movie's plot would have been if George included Dooku's journey in it. Those moments really help to paint a clearer picture of Palpatine's long game, but also of how far removed the Jedi truly were from knowing that the Sith were about to take over the galaxy. A fallen master was free to roam the temple and do as he pleased, and none of them were wiser than Yaddle, whose fate, again in this episode, was finally made clear thanks to this top-notch Tales of the Jedi short. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subbing to our YouTube channel. We'd also love for you to join in with our weekly Star Wars podcast, so use the links in this video's description or head to StarWarsTime.net to subscribe to the platform of your choice. There's always time for Star Wars Time, and remember, if you listen to the Star Wars Time show, the Force will be with you. Always.